Hello, everybody. It's Dark Side Phil.
It's your boy, Wings of Redemption.
This is how we chill.
Look here! Look, listen!
Joe Murray spends his whole fucking day talking about Phil. Joe Murray spends his whole fucking day talking about Phil.
It's time for another relaxing chill session. Load up, down. No need to be stressing and flying sky high. On these Wings of Redemption, Chill Murray 7. That's my decompression.
Joe Murray spends his whole fucking day talking about Phil.
Yo, what up? It's your boy. Bro, I know, we're like treading old water, kinda. But I don't know, man. I always get a little bit of joy out of seeing Phil sit here and freak out and beg the audience on how he should do his job. A job he gets paid $120,000 a year to do. $5,000 a month, right? And the guy doesn't know how to sit here and entertain his own fucking audience, man. So yeah, Phil's continuing that. Oh, what should I do, guys? Should I play ranked? Should I do casual? Should I use different characters? I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do my job. Bro, any other profession, if you said this in front of your whole fucking workplace, your boss would probably fire you. But not Phil, so whatever. So yeah, he sits here and copes and sees about Tekken 8, and he asks you, yes, you, to sit here and figure out a solution to his problems concerning low views and low support playing Tekken 8. And, as a little fucking cherry on top, this fucking narcissistic, salty little asshole, bro, has to take a shot at the FGC. And it's not the usual FGC salt that you've seen from him the last couple years. It's like the old school DSP kind of like salt towards the FGC. Oh, they don't like me because I have a successful YouTube channel. You know, like he brings up those lines of logic from his broken head. It is crazy. Like, I love it, but at the same time, it's getting sad some days. And pathetic, man. How far gone this guy's brain is from reality, you know? So let's get into it. I don't want to keep you guys all day. Let's get fucking negative.
Level 1 podcast talked a lot about Tekken 8, and essentially that I had come to a crossroads, that with Tekken 8, although I'm pleased with the game, and I really like it, and I feel like I'm getting better at it every time I play it, definitely I'm not getting the audience that I had for Street Fighter 6. When I played Street Fighter 6, man, people came out to watch it, especially those first few months, you know, great streams and great engagement and support, and people watched the videos and loved it and wanted more. They were craving more. Not so much with Tekken 8. From what I'm seeing, it's a much smaller audience, and even, I mean, the example I gave yesterday, you know, I had played a whole stream with Paul Phoenix on Monday and got progressively better every, video, and after 24 hours, the videos didn't even have 300 views. That means no one really cares, you know what I mean? Like,
see, I don't know why Phil's really complaining, because he got 603 views. That isn't good for Phil, right? But think about this, like almost 2 weeks ago, he was getting like 1,000 views, right? And then after that, the views just jump off a fucking cliff and commit suicide. And I'll tell you why. I can tell you guys why. Like, think about it. These are the days that you have to pay attention to. And Phil doesn't really watch his content back and study it. So he was doing good, numbers-wise, right? He was getting over 1,000 views. They drop off a cliff after this night here, dude. And I'll tell you what happened. People got sick of this guy being a sore winner, fucking just spamming moves with King all day. Oh my god! Like, I'm trying to tell you, if you sat here and watched Phil play as King, as long as I have, it will actually make your head want to explode, bro. Like, on some Akira shit, dude.
Leave me alone!
And Phil just doesn't get it, bro. Alright, most of the people that give him views are like 3/4 of them are detractors and trolls, bro. People like me, they just get the clips and get the fuck out. And bro, the most boring thing ever, the most boring and annoying thing ever is Phil being a sore winner. He will yell out wrestling moves, bro, every time he grabs you as King. He yells a wrestling move like DDT, baby, Tijuana Splash, or wherever the fuck that move's called. It's so obnoxious. I know I'm not the only one. It's very boring. Like, if I wasn't playing Tekken 8 while Phil's playing Tekken 8, I'd probably be nodding off a few times. Like, they're boring, right? He sits here and spams, grabs, and like that triple low kick, and the same moves over and over. Nobody wants to see that. All right, moving on.
One thing if you're playing a narrative-based game like an RPG, and you're at part 20 or 30, so most people aren't even up to that part yet, and you're getting less than a few hundred views on a video, there's a reason for it. When you're playing a hot new fighting game, in each video you're progressively getting better, and each match is competitive and interesting, and people aren't watching, you're like, what gives? And we talked about this yesterday. So, basically after yesterday, I asked for feedback on Tekken 8, okay? And I said, what do you guys think is going on with this game? I want feedback on how to continue to play it, because there's going to be two schools of thought here, and there's not that much I can do in regards to choosing one, because I have to. There's two different ways to approach Tekken 8 moving forward. Approach number one is to get better at the game and play as hard as I can and watch matchup videos and try to study knowledge of the meta of the game, meaning character knowledge that I don't have right now. Try to learn how to block high-low mix-ups, try to get to improve, but focusing only on a core series of characters. Because in a fighting game, if you're going to get good at it, you need to focus on a core group of characters so that you can actually, learn their ins and outs of how they play. And this takes a lot of time and dedication. This is not, I played with the character twice, I've mastered them. No. You have to be focused on said character. Take a look at Street Fighter 6 and how long it took me to finally have it click. It took about 2 to 3 months for the game to click. So I learned all of the different various game mechanics.
Phil never bothers to learn anything in any fighting game. He just learns the easiest, most scummiest, grubby fucking things to do, and he just spams that all the way to the top. And his fundamentals are barely good enough to kind of get him over to lower the mid ranks. It's once Phil hits those high ranks, he's gonna fucking get shut down.
And once I learned the basic game mechanics, then applying those to each character, like Blanca, Honda, Lily, Dalsim, etc. And eventually then grinding with those characters to take them to master level. It took an incredible amount of time and effort, thousands of matches in some cases. So, with that being said, with Tekken, it would be the same. Taking like 3 or 4 characters, saying, this is who I want to play as. Focusing on them, learning their stuff, playing with them constantly, and kind of rotating between them until I can get them to a high level and playing the meta of the game. So that's one situation, and if I do that, the gameplay level will continuously improve. You'll see higher level gameplay, tougher matches, me fighting better players and climbing the ranks. It'll be a slow climb, but it'll definitely be interesting to see how well I can do in competitive Tekken, okay? The other side, or the other possibility, the other way to tackle the game, is to play it far more casually, What I mean by that is, instead of only focusing on, say, 3 characters, 4 characters, and getting better and learning the meta, instead saying, it's not that big of a deal. I don't need to get good at this game. I just want to play it casually and enjoy it for what it is. So what that would mean is, basically, you know, maybe every week, picking a different character, watching some basic tutorial videos online of said character, trying to apply those basics to that character right away, jumping online and trying to do a couple sets, and then that's it, moving on to another character next time I play. So,
bro, that's pretty much both options he gave his viewers is pretty much what he fucking does. Like, every time he plays a fighting game, right? Like, what did he say? Option A, he just spams out with 3 characters he already knows how to spam with. And that'd be King, Jun, and who's homeboy he uses, dude? Oh, Paul! So yeah, he's gonna spam out with 3 of the cheesiest fucking characters in the game, right? Like he did with Blanca, Dalsim, and who else did he use? Oh, E Honda, right, in Street Fighter 6. Or he could pick a character, learn how to spam them better than the others, because you'll just concentrate on one, right? And still spam out and do the same shitty gameplay he does. Either way, everybody loses. Like, everybody loses. Because Phil doesn't get it, dude. At the end of the day, it's about, like, the guy playing the games. It's not like the games and how well the game can hold up the whole stream. It's the same shit we always fucking talk about. And we've been saying for years, bro. The game ain't supposed to hold up the streamer's supposed to hold up the game, and so on and so forth and hump-for-hump. Alright, moving on.
features both online and offline, which is great. So all this stuff to me is saying this is the time to get back in the fighting game. So I did. Last year, I committed myself to Street Fighter 6 the entire summer and early into the fall. It actually wasn't even until, like, what, October when I laid up and stopped playing it regularly because there were so many other releases out. And I did well, you know, as much as morons on the internet would like to pretend, because they always pretend and try to say anything that I do of any kind of achievement doesn't exist. I got good at Street Fighter 6. I took multiple characters to the master level with winning records. Unlike other people who were picking Ken and grinding it out and only winning a third or a fourth of the time but still got to master, every character I played with in Street Fighter 6 had a big winning record where I won way more than I ever lost, and I got them to master relatively quickly. That was a big accomplishment for me, to get back into a competitive level. I would like to think that if I took those characters to a tournament, I would at least do decent. I certainly wouldn't win any tournaments, but I think that I probably would have beaten a few opponents at a tournament and stuff, and that's way better than I would say I ever would have done previous in the last 10 to 15 years, because I just didn't give a crap, you know? I really felt like I had fallen out of love with fighting games because Street Fighter V was so shitty.
Yo, that's funny as hell. It's funny that Phil, being 41, almost turning 42, dude, the guy's almost 42 years old, and he's still, like, his ego still craves validation from a bunch of random people, and a bunch of people who at the end of the day don't give a fuck about him, man. It's pathetic. He has no skills, he has nothing going on. So, like, oh yeah, I get good in a video game. Like, it's like Chris Chan. That's some shit Chris Chan needs to feel all good about. It's so weird, man. This guy Phil is funny as hell.
Now, in regards to Tekken 8, the other way I can approach it outside of getting good like I did in Street Fighter 6 is to just casually play it. And the truth be told, if you go back in time and you look at my original fighting game coverage that I did on my original Dark Side Phil channel, and even the coverage that I did on the DSP Street Fighter channel for about a year, it was more casualized coverage. And what I mean by that is, absolutely did not focus in on only a couple characters and get good and try to play at a high level. That never happened. I was known as the casual guy who got popular on YouTube for fighting games, and the FGC resented me for that. Huge. That's why when, back in the day, if you look at interviews from like 2009, 2010, and they'll ask guys like, you know, Mike Ross or something at a tournament, so what do you think of DSP? And he'd be like, DSP, I don't know who the fuck that is, and blah, blah, blah. Of course they all knew who I was. They constantly talked about me on their commentary at tournaments. They dropped my name everywhere.
Ask you something, Mike. Do you or Maximilian have more subscribers on YouTube?
I don't know. Maybe Max? I haven't checked in like a month or two. Last I checked,
Do you have more than DSP yet?
I don't know who that is.
Nobody has more than DSP. DSP sells Speedos with his name on it, I think. So you
Does
cannot. I think so, yeah.
Mike, if you made Speedos with your name on it, I would wear it.
What about if I had my face on it?
I would wear it backwards so it would be on my balls.
I hate my life. Dude, we really gotta retread this shit, Phil. Phil! Oh my god, dude. Everybody in the FGC fucking hated Phil and clowned this dude because he'd go around talking shit, man. Like, Phil would go around online talking shit all the time, right? And when it was time to show face, this dude would bitch up like a little cocksucker, man. Phil is the biggest clown. Bro, I need to give him one of these clown cards. Jesus Christ. Like, remember, do I have to pull up the old clips, man? Fuck it. Fuck it. Let's play the goddamn clips. Dude, remember when Justin Wong sat here and made fun of Phil for almost getting beat up by Jaha? Right? And all this shit. Let's go.
Justin, did you have any more honorable, dishonorable mentions?
I guess I would agree with you with DSP.
Yeah, my boy.
Because what DSP does, like, in person he's all nice to me and shit, but and then when he makes a YouTube video, he thinks he's all hard and crap.
Uh-huh.
So that's what gets me pissed off. Like, do you guys remember the whole thing with DSP and, like with the West Coast people, where they almost, like, he was, like, really scared because he was about to get beat up?
He was about to get roughed up. Yeah, I remember that in San Diego.
I think Jaha approached him at Evo or something, right?
Evo West was at the San Diego event. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like Jaha and like Watson were like looking for him if he ever came down to one of the Evo events or something.
Yeah, so, like, he was, like, I heard he was, like, crying and everything, so that was pretty funny.
How about you, Mike? What happened that year for you?
Is that the year PlayStation 1 was involved? Can we be real specific, or do you not know?
I don't. There was a problem. I think it was the PlayStation version.
Because when you play Bison and you hit a Fierce Flame and it only goes like 20% of the screen, you got a problem with the game. And you got some,
that's the answer I was looking for.
You got some idiot named DSP who's a total piece of shit, by the way. I like to get that on YouTube, but this guy thought he was hot shit because he beat me and Choi in a game that was like, it's like fucking Neo Geo conversion of Street Fighter or some crap, dude. and he was so proud that he put under his signature, he's the #1 U.S. ranked Super Turbo player that year. But I mean, look at him now. I mean, he's just 20,000 idiots are subscribed to him. That's great. Congratulations. Congratulations with your YouTube channel, and hope you enjoy your life, bro. I mean, it's a great victory. PlayStation 1 Super Turbo champion. You take that to your grave, bro. Good luck.
God, I love the classics, bro. It's so true. Phil's gonna die, homie, thinking that all this shit he did in his life are big accomplishments. Oh my god. Don't worry, Mike. Phil's sitting here begging for pennies, dog. It's all good. But no, bro, there's valid reasons why people hated Phil, man. He would go on his little YouTube channel and talk shit and talk all a big game and brag about how great he was at video games. Remember, Phil said he could pick up any game and play it at a professional level and all that big dick shit. He would come with the big dick energy, and then it would shrivel up when you confront him outside, bro. That's why Phil don't like going outdoors. He's scared. He's scared someone's gonna recognize him from back in the day and try to slide him in the chest, dude. I hate when Phil talks like this. You know, he brings up his old beef with the FGC, man, and starts talking all smug. Like, Phil, you are literally just an e-beggar, homie. God, like, no one's even gonna remember you when you die. You're just gonna remember some old jackass jerking off on YouTube.
Negative light. Why? because I didn't want to be part of their community. I'd been there, done that. I had no desire to be a competitive fighting game player, but I was very prominent on the internet for making fighting game content, despite the fact I wasn't good. They hated that shit. Here they were grinding away, trying to get popular on the internet for high-level gameplay, but I was way more prominent than they were, and you know, at that point, one of the top gamers on YouTube, and they really resented it. But again, that was because I was a casual guy. I was more focused on let's do over-the-top commentary on silly gameplay and have a good time with it, rather than, oh, let's play high level and teach people how to play the game. That was never my intention. You know, I was doing entire sets of Dan Madness, the worst character or one of the worst characters of Street Fighter 4, and I was beating people with Dan and laughing at them and how bad they sucked because they lost to Dan online.
Bro, we all know the only reason why Phil was one of the bigger channels back in the day was because he was sitting here gaming the algorithm like a dishonest little fuckface, dude. Literally, everybody's sitting here uploading videos like a regular human being. Phil's just sitting here like a crackhead, just shoving 100 videos on YouTube a day. You couldn't avoid him back then. It's the only reason why he was prominent at all. God, I hate when he does that. It makes my blood pressure go up some, dude.
Content I used to put out, and that was what was prominent, all right? But that was like 13, 14 years ago, all right? Like, that was a long time ago. And that kind of content today is actually looked down upon by anyone into fighting games. Meaning, if you make content in a fighting game and you have commentary where you're like berating the other person or insulting the other person or saying ridiculous things, oh, that's not allowed anymore, right? That's too taboo, too harsh. You're supposed to be ultra respectful now in the FGC. You're supposed to praise your opponents constantly, never say a negative thing about the game, only be positive. And it's like, wait, what? Like, when I grew up in arcades, no lie, it was this actual, like, hazing atmosphere. As if you were in college and people were hazing you, or like in a locker room at a high school. That's really what it was like.
Bro, I love when Phil uses that stupid, ridiculous excuse for his toxicity. Oh, back in my day, back at the arcades, it was okay to do this, that, and the other. It reminds me of, like, an old racist white guy in the South or some shit that's sitting there like, I remember when the blacks used to drink at the separate water fountains. Like, it's like, yeah, Phil, it ain't like that no more though, homie. Like, bro, no one's saying you're not allowed to say whatever you want, right? Or do whatever you want when you're playing a game, Phil. You do you, but you can't be surprised when some people aren't happy with the way you act, dude. I mean, that's just how it is. Happens to me. Sometimes I pop off on stream and I get a couple unhappy people. It's part of the game, dude.
Its early inceptive days, before the days of Street Fighter 4, esports, sponsorships, and everyone making bank playing fighting games. So I grew up in a whole different generation that shit talk was common. No one would watch someone play a game and shit talk each other in a fighting game and then be offended at all. It never happened. Everyone was used to the shit talk. You had to be in line with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I go ahead and I play a fighting game, and God forbid that I make a joke or I say that someone sucks and is a button masher. It's like, oh, that was so insanely disrespectful. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't even know who the person is who I'm playing, right? I have no knowledge of who the people are on the other side of the internet playing these games. I'm not making insanely hurtful personal insults about them and their character and their real life shit. I'm just saying their gameplay sucks. Nothing at all. Nothing whatsoever to timing or skill. I'm just gonna walk forward and throw. And you're such a good player. No, you're not. You're an idiot. You literally just do it over and over because you can't break throws online with your shitty online connection because your fucking internet sucks ass. You scrubbed your way to master, and now no one can break throws against you. So you just do it over and over because you have a top-tier character who has a great throw. You're a shithead. I beat him legit. I outplayed him with the zoning range, the zoning war. I outplayed him with the straight-up war. As soon as... Go to throw spam. Oh, that's right. I forgot I could just cheese throw spam because the fucking online connection that I have is terrible. Let me just abuse that to win because I'm a fucking piece of shit. Okay, piece of shit.
Like, okay, Phil. Yeah, Phil, you totally just talk a little bit of shit and keep on with your day. No, Phil be sitting here getting extra when he talks shit about another person, bro. You can tell that he takes his losses super personally. And I'm trying to tell you, we never talk shit like that. The way Phil talks behind the safety of a webcam, you never fucking talk shit like that in public, bro. Alright? Because sometimes you get shot in arcade. You would get shot or beat the fuck up, alright? Phil wasn't outside doing all his shit, dude. He's just trying to justify his stupid fucking behavior behind the webcam, and he doesn't like that he gets criticized for it. That's all. Oh my fucking god, this guy.
There's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. Everyone's always going to say, if you lose to someone and you got sour grapes about it, you're going to say they're a scrub, right? It's just a common thing. And the fact that in the FGC, this has become such a prominent thing now, oh god, you can't fucking make fun of others and stuff. It's like, what are you talking about, right? Of course, for me, I'm always under the microscope. God forbid that anyone else does it, it's fine. But if Darkside Phil does it, he shows up on the Scrub Quotes Twitter account, and all my detractors fucking redo it and get content out of it and stuff. And it's like so stupid, right? It's so dumb. That's not the nature of how it used to be in that community. You know what I'm saying? Years later, and I actually got really good at Street Fighter 6. And for an extended period of 7+ months, I feel like the content got better and better. My gameplay got better and better, right? And the only reason really that I dropped Street Fighter 6 is because the game's stagnant now. Like, really, it's hit a level where there's nothing changing in it. It plays the same. Everyone's playing the same online. It's just an endless grind. The only way I would get better at the game is to play it 5-6 hours a day like the pros do, and I'm not going to do that. So it makes sense to move on to another game, which is what we're doing with Tekken. But the way I see it is like, I'm kind of damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. If I drop the game entirely, people will be upset and be like, dude, you played it for 2 weeks. Why are you dropping it so early? If I play it and try to get better at it and try to reach a higher level of gameplay in it, which I very well could do, then I have to focus on 3 or 4 characters. And people are undoubtedly going to say, well, you always use the same characters. This is boring. If I try to learn every character on a casual level, I'm never going to get good at the game. And undoubtedly people are going to say, man, every time you play, you're only fighting scrubs and you're not really getting any better. And this is boring. Right? The way that I can make it spicy is to have the kind of commentary that I'm known for, but people find it inflammatory. People find it insulting. People find it uncouth of someone trying to make content on the internet to talk shit now. So it's kind of like, so what do you do? Right? It's like no matter what content I do, everyone has an excuse for why it's no good. The high level stuff is too boring and samey and grindy. The casual playing, you never get good, and it gets repetitive and boring because you're only playing scrubs. Oh, well, if you talk shit during your commentary, that's entertaining, but also insulting, and you're a horrible human. So it's like, all right, so what am I supposed to make then? You know what I mean? Like, it's funny because
I swear to God, the guy's like this close to self-awareness. He is so fucking close. But he'll never fucking achieve it, I don't think. Like, Phil, if all these things aren't working out for you, the common factor in the problem might just be you. Maybe, like, you are kind of a horrible human being. You're a miserable person, Phil. So that makes you make miserable fucking content. Alright, like, from all angles. It's all just angry, miserable content. Especially his fighting game shit, man. Whatever. We're almost fucking done, dude. Jesus Christ, this video is probably gonna be like an hour long.
Bunch of people left comments about this on my videos or reached out to me otherwise. And everyone's feedback is different. One person outright said the following. I'm not kidding. I'm paraphrasing, but this is outright what they said. The reason that people come and watch you play fighting games is because they want to see you get angry and toxic. They find it entertaining. That's what got you noticed for Street Fighter 4 a million years ago. That's why the FGC resented you so badly, because they couldn't get the views you were getting on the gameplay that they were putting out, and they thought, oh, our gameplay is way better than his, so why is he popular? People didn't understand that you were funny. People like you when you're at your worst because it's funny to see you flip out with rage. So if you do that kind of stuff all the time, more people will show up and watch it. Like, yeah, but every time I do it, people complain that I'm toxic and I'm a jerk. And, you know, it's like, here's the thing. For me, there's got to be a balance. When I make content, there has to be a balance. And the balance has to be the following. And of course, the other thing is people actually show up to watch the content, engage with it, and support it. Those are the 3 factors. I like what I'm doing, you like what I'm doing, and it can be supported so I can make money and have a business out of it. Okay? Those are the 3 key factors to success here with my gameplay and business. Other people may be different, but that's the keys to success for me. All right? Now.
Yeah, all right. That's about it there, bro. You know the usual. Phil sits there and kind of glazes himself from, like, a comment one person made. Whatever, man. I just thought it was funny as hell. Phil, he is just so resentful over the FGC, man, because he wasn't allowed in the club. Or I won't say allowed in the club, but he's like that loser at school, bro, that's like ugly, and he gets caught picking his nose and wiping it on the walls, and people make fun of him for it, you know? He's like that weird reject loser, and that's why he's able to attract other reject losers, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a fucking scientist. And as far as this Tekken shit, man, I don't see Tekken lasting more than a month. I give it another few weeks before Phil probably brings it out to pasture. You gotta love it, man. And this guy needs to stop, you know? It's like beating a dead horse sometimes, I know. But Phil needs to sit here and go see a therapist, dude. Because all his issues in life, with his content, with his gameplay, all at Humph, his feelings about the FGC, those are all because of him and his character and who he is as a person and how he carries himself and how he, you know, treats other people. And all Phil's done is use other people and talk to them and treat them like shit. So, you know, that's where we'll end this one, guys. I appreciate whoever stopped by, seen the video. Sorry I wasn't doing too much good editing, I guess. I just kind of wanted to get this one out. And I was kind of messing around with some green screen shit. So, yeah, trying my best to get better out here. It's Phil's day off today, by the time you see this video, if I upload it quick enough. So I probably won't be here today for a stream, but I'll be here for Friday night fights. We'll watch Phil play some Tekken, and I'll be playing too. So it's like our community night. If you want to play, you have a grudge against me, you want to beat me up, you already know where to take it, dude. Take it on the Tekken field, dog. Alright, I'm gonna see you guys next time. Take it easy, motherfuckers. Peace.
Today, some shithead hater will take something that I say out of context, and a ton of morons will watch that video. So within a day or two, that video will get like 5,000 views. While my daily gameplay videos each are getting, what, like 1,000 views, if that? Cuck life, 100%. Live the life of the cuck. Why not? YouTube doesn't care. Illegal, immoral, harmful, fucking toxic. This is insane. This is fucking toxic. Cuck life. It became a meme, right? The meme was to hate on me. What are the legitimate reasons? At first, there were. But over the years, are you shitting me how I've changed? Like how different I am now? There is nothing fucking legitimate you could do. With the shit these people say and do, the insane amounts of slander and defamation about me that's just untrue on the internet. There's no way I could ever, in any capacity, you know, legally or otherwise, there's no way I could even dispute 99% of the shit they say because of the insane amount of it that they say. Cuck life, 100%. Live the life of the cuck. Why not?